3 dead, 7 injured in shooting at Region Independence Day Block Party, officials say. This was published on NWI Times by Bob Kasarda, July 5th, 2022, and updated on the 6th of the same year. Let's go to Gary, Indiana. 3 young people are dead and 7 others were sent to the hospital in a shooting that took place early Tuesday morning, what appears to have been a holiday block party in the 1900 block of Missouri Street, officials said. The deceased were identified by the Lake County Coroner's Office as Laurence Mangum, 25, of Merrillville, Ashanti Brown, 20, of Olympia Fields, Illinois, and Marquise Hall, 26, of Lafayette. Rest in peace to all of these young people. It's very rare that I read these articles and the names are put out. I think that's because these are adults, and unfortunately, so many times when I cover these mass shootings, the victims are children or young people, or they don't have their names identified. But this is another mass shooting that happened on July 4th. And of course, the one that happened in Highland Park in Chicago got all the attention. But this shows once again that the problem of mass shootings in America is endemic. It's problematic. It will continue to increase as long as gun violence permeates our streets from people who purchase guns legally or illegally. My thoughts remain the same. Abolish the Second Amendment, because living in Turkey, this is unheard of. Living in any of the other countries that I lived in, this is unheard of unless you hear about terrorist attacks. Each suffered multiple gunshot wounds, and their deaths have been ruled homicides by the coroner's office. Gary police said they were called out at 12:46 a.m. Tuesday to the Missouri Street location for a report of several people with gunshot wounds. Officers said they arrived to discover 3 people down and unresponsive. 7 others were discovered with gunshot wounds. God damn, that sounds like a is this a war? Like, what's happening in America? Is this a war going on in these streets? The gunshot victims were transported to area hospitals by ambulance as well as personal cars, say Gary Police Lieutenant Don Westerfield. Due to the enormity of the scene, mutual aid was requested from surrounding police agencies. Police said early information indicates a holiday block party may have been underway when the shooting erupted. Anyone with information about the incident is urged to contact the Lake County Gary Metro Homicide Unit at this number or the crime tip line at this number. The shooting came just hours, bro, after a rooftop shooter in Highland Park, Illinois, sprayed an Independence Day parade crowd with gunfire Monday, killing at least 6 and wounding at least 30 others. After an hours-long manhunt, police there took a person of interest into custody in that shooting. Highland Park is an affluent community of about 30,000 on Chicago's North Shore. So once again, this shows that in the poorest parts of America, Gary is a economically underprivileged area. Highland Park, which is a very posh, upscale neighborhood, gun violence will continue to permeate America. And as long as websites continue to report on this violence by just showing empty suburban streets, people won't understand how severe this problem is. Literally in the U.S., there have been over close to 350 mass shootings this year alone, and we are in the middle of July. And that number will probably double by the end of this year. Nobody wants that. Nobody's hoping for it, but it will continue. And gun nut advocates, people who have been lied to all their lives by the American society that tells them gun ownership is what makes you American. It's what makes you great. It's what makes you strong. It's what gives you freedom. People who have been lied to and continue to buy into the lie and think that changing the society is impossible will continue to attack others who believe that we can have peace in these streets, that we can have less bloodshed, that our children don't have to die, that our old people don't have to die at church, that people can go to the supermarket without having to be targeted because of their race. People who believe that bullshit will continue to attack others, but people who are brave enough to stand up and say that we need to change America will continue to fight back with our words and say that this needs to stop. My name is Simon Hill. Thank you for watching, and rest in peace to the 3 young people that lost their lives, and a full recovery, if possible, to the people who are injured from this mass shooting that happened on America's Independence Day, July 4th.